Welcome back, peeps, to the old Yorkshire Git Tries, Final Fantasy 14, part 78. Well, as you know, in the last episode, we defeated the baddies, and we ended there. However, I didn't realise right at the end of all the credits, which is when I'd stopped recording, there was a slight cutscene where a massive roar and a guy comes up saying a primal's being reborn, and that was it. So here we are, we're starting the next one. We're back at the Scions, and I've got to go and speak with Minge Filler. So let's crack on, shall we? See what happens. See what she's got to say. Oh, round of applause for everybody. Enter the solar, yes. She's probably going to praise me. Right, Minge Filler, what you got to say? Oh, too busy chatting. Minge Filler. The Archons have conducted a preliminary investigation into the origin of the roar that rang out during the celebration. Their findings strongly suggest that a new primal has appeared. The roar generated a distinctive wave pattern in the ether, a pattern observed only once before in history, 5 years ago to be precise. I should like to think it mere coincidence, yet we cannot discount that possibility. Well, I trust I need say no more. At great sacrifice we have delivered Eorzea from the threat posed by the Empire and the Primals, and thereby secured peace. We cannot, well, allow the realm to be plunged into chaos once more. You have given your all for our cause, risking life and limb. I know not how many occasions, yet our struggle continues, and we need you now no less than before. Please continue to stand with us, and together I'll stand with you any time, won't you, Albert? What we getting? Armour, identification. A thin rectangular piece of what appears to be Sermet. Placing it near your suit of Magitech armour will magically bring the machine to life. Okay, and Fantasia. Legend states that any who drink this mysterious liquor before lying down for the evening will awaken a new man or woman. Grants you a single opportunity to edit your appearance in the character creation screen upon your next login. Okay. Well, do I want to change him? I like Albert. Flying unlocked. You can now fly while mounted in La Nocia, Thanalan, the Black Shroud, Kurthos, Central Islands and Mordana. You can now fly. You take flight, simply jump while mounted. Oh, okay. See what Flying Mount has to say. You have gained the ability to take flight. Summon forth a flying mount and try jumping to take off. Ascending Y, descending left, right button. Advancing, use a stick. Right, so where do you get a flying mount from? Don't know, I'll have to check that out. Right, what's Minge Filler got for us now then? A price of principles. Or a recurring problem. Minge Filler appears to be lost in thought. Albert, it pleases me to see you well. Tattoo! You're right, cocker. Do excuse me for interrupting, Albert. My lady, the gentleman from Ashgarner Exports, has just left. I understand now why you didn't want to receive him. You did well, Tattoo. Please inform the guards that we will not be receiving any further guests this afternoon. Oh, Albert, you're in, pal. Thank you, my lady. Ever since we defeated Gaius and destroyed his ultimate weapon, the eyes of the world have followed our every move, scarce remembering to blink. Where once we worked in secret with precious few friends and all too many, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one more eager than the last to offer us support. A true embarrassment of riches. Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price. Some make their intentions known from the start, while others endeavour to engage us more subtly. Dress it how they will, the message is ever the same: we shall help you, but only if you help us. The gentleman Tattoo spoke of was more brazen than most. In exchange for certain supplies, he would have us resolve a business dispute. Naturally, I refused him, as I would every other merchant. Alas, the syndicate's overtures are not so easily rejected. When we formed the Scions of the Seventh North, it was with the goal of serving Eorzea. Now the interests of individual Eorzeans, our neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart I know this to be true, and yet, if accepting these offers of patronage could empower us to do greater good, might they not warrant greater consideration? Our Baldesian colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to... Forgive me, I did not mean to burden you so. It's all right, cocker. Yet my urge to share this dilemma may not be wholly misguided. Might to impose on you to consult the others. They are like to have their own opinions on this matter. Speak with Ishtola, speak with Thancred, speak with Papalomo, speak with Urianga. Right, let's go and do some talking then. Speak with Ishtola first. Recall with our meeting with the Admiral shortly after the Laminsons sent word of the summoning of a Titan. Then mayhap you also recall my words to Ios. I said unto Merwib that their people had broken their treaty with the kobolds, that the beastmen had justly responded, that we had been called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited. I spoke in short the truth. And wherefore did I speak it? Because owing no allegiance to Limsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Laminsons to distort the facts to fit a narrative which justified their action and absolve them of guilt. Sorry about that, just had a coughing fit. But I've learned how to mute me mic. I've had it how long? Couple of months. I've only just learned out there's a little button you can press, it mutes it. It probably tells you in the instructions, but I never read them. Upon this subject, Minchfiller can expect a similar reply. How many dalliances with the city-states are blah-de-blah-de, but the path she contemplates could see as a relinquished. Okay. Thancred, the traitor. Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have power is beyond doubt. The question is what to do with it. You may be interested to know that there is a growing belief among the refugees that Alamigo could be liberated if only the Scions would commit their strength to the cause. Yet theirs is but one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads, Albert. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. Ida, Ida, you with the scars on your thighs. I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papa Limo keeps making me send them back. A Gucci handbag. Wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandoning your principles, nice, you know. Right, Papa Limo. None can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at a cost of our principles, neutrality was ever a delicate matter. Lost count of the times I've had to explain to people that our allegiances need not necessarily lie in the same place. Mind you, if we had to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Uldar now and have done with it. I'm quite sure Edith would enjoy the bribes. Urianga. 'Tis the lot of the powerful to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prudence dictate that those with power proffer aid with one end whilst the other resteth over on their hilt. God, just speak bloody English. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioners' machinations, nay, not while the beast tribes do labour unseen, defiant in defeat, to raise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, stronger and bolder both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. This sacred charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few and our fortunes so finite. Right. Speak with Alfinode. Where's Alfinode? A lot of quests around here. Where's Alfie? Alfie! Oh, he's out there. Okay. Rudolph. The situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought to our organisation's future, though it would seem to have reached a different conclusion. Mayhap it is time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Antecedent? Come along, Albert. I'll be glad when this coof's all over with. I can get some new glasses. Alfino, Albert, is aught amiss? You desired counsel, and so you shall have it, Minchfiller. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn must leave Uldar. We must do what? So long as we remain within Uldar territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organisation to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realise they are the reason Vesper Bay still lacks an aetherite. They know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause, which is why it and other favours will be denied unless we cooperate. If Uldar is no longer suitable, where would you have us go? Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length and plant our banner in place which all agree to be beyond their borders. Where? Mordona. Revenant's Toll, to be precise. Oh, I need to go there because I've got some of them tombstone things. It lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of an additional benefit, it is also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may have served to supplement our ranks. I am of course conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Uldar and her people over the years, but I truly believe this to be the best course of action. As you yourself observed, we have invaluable ties to the local community. Forced through years of concerted effort, Uldar is our home, Alfino. To cast aside everything we have built and start anew in that desolated wasteland would be reckless. The decision is yours to make, Antecedent. Is that how you pronounce it? Antecedent? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Not that anybody will. I ain't had one bloody comment yet. Just tell me how great I am. I ask only that you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the signs of the seventh dawn, and which moved you to found the path of the 12. Hear that. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We are as much your family as... That will be all, Alfie, no. I'm sure you have some familial affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most generous, but no, I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I could not very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the order, after all. Right. What we got? Level 50. Strength. Well, I don't need strength, do I? Maiming. Striking. Vitality and skill speed. I'll take that one. Thank you. So I'll get that put on in a second. Hang on. Army chest. Thingy. Right. Rings. Level 50. Level 15. Level 47. So take that one off. Put that one on. Yeah. Okie dokie. Wrists. Dawn wrist guards. Level 15. Level 18. On. What about the necklace? Level 8, level 16. Right. Okay, minge filler, what you got for me? Moving on. What we get off this one? Aiming. That wouldn't do no harm, would it? That's a good one. Healing. Accept. Leave all door. Has it truly come to this? Albert, pray attend to Alfie now. He's engaged in some business that requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alfie now waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time. Quest accepted. Speech with Alfie now. Where are you, Alfie? Confound it, she knows what must be done, and still she hesitates. All because of these fanciful rumours. I should explain. Minchfiller's mother, well, adopted mother, was among the great many who perished. Flem was her name. Though you may know her better as songstress of Uldar, she was a performer of singular talent and much beloved by the people of Eorzea, not to mention a certain Charlayan minstrel. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Minchfiller too struggled at first to accept the truth, but as Flem's absence stretched from months into years, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Till recently, at any rate, for whatever reason, rumours once again began to circulate that Flem is alive and well. One of our informants, Father Luid, has sent word that a woman matching the songstress's description has been seen of late at the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. If we could succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plague Minchfiller's heart might be assuaged. I mean to set forth for La Noscia at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire with Master Gegaruju as to the veracity of these rumours. Some of these bloody names. Right. What's this way then? Can't go. Exit to Veswa Bay. Yes. Tattoo. Need to check where I can get a flying animal from. Hey, works. Get myself one of them dragons or something now, can I? Right, speak with Gegaruju at Costa del Sol. So it's La Noscia. Yes. All right then. Gegaruju. O sweet Siren of the Sands, my Mikote Muse, why have you forsaken me? Titan's Bane, I mean Albert, what brings you to my humble resort? Flem, you mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until so recently was the songstress of Uldar? Egads, man, if I had known that, I would have claimed her to my bedpost and never let her leave. Oh, for shame to think that she now plies her trade for the riffraff off to the west. Or wherever she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say, a tragedy. West, is it? Thank you, Mr. Gegaruju. Your information will serve us well. That said, there are a number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks and see if any witnesses might have some knowledge. I would be most appreciative if you could travel on to Wineport and do the same. Okay. Wineport. Gather information in Wineport. So where is Wineport then? Over there. Yes. Let's no, this way. It's in there. Well, if it isn't Albert, the saviour of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Ah yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, but her perfume was so ghastly I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with tastings, you understand. She's your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. Where is this guy up here, isn't he? Ah, there he is. Ah, you want to know if I've seen my coat-tail lass by the name of Flem? I wish. I haven't seen a lass of any description far too long. Speak with Shamani Lamani. Back down here. I see you have had many grand adventures since we last spoke. You must share them with me sometime. The girl from a little while ago. One does not forgive a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. Told her to follow the road south into Raincatcher Gully, then head east after crossing the second bridge. The flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. Right, so where are we going? Search for Flem. So it's way over there. Way down there. Right. Let's get going then. Chocobo. Giant pelican. Right, well, I'm here. Ah, is that her up there? Ah, phlegm. Get ready. Right, see what she got to say. I'm in your debt, stranger. I did not realise my activities had roused the Gobu's ire till it was too late. Their oils can be used to make perfume, you see, and phlegm. I don't. Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The songstress of Uldar, I presume. Minchfiller, or should I say Acelia, is looking for you. Acelia? You are the very picture of health, milady, yet the world thinks you're dead. I can only conclude that this was by design. The question is why? Not everyone who endeavours to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You'll be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to matron when the time is right. Oh well, that does please me more than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forest of Lanaska aside, when exactly will the time be right? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I travelled all this way on a whim? 2 elves in travelled, if you please. As I was telling your associate, prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we all have that which we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? Wineport, say? Right, back to Wineport. Fast travel. Where's my mouse? There he is. Yes. Oops, sorry, knocking stuff over on my desk. Oh, you bugger. Keep doing that, don't I? There we go. Alfino. This is not at all how I had envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minchfiller's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. And it was the one of aiming, wasn't it? Healing, casting. So complete. Except, what's she giving away? Another rings again? Oh, choker. Well, I'll have one of them. Offending. Direct hit rate. Oh, that's a good one. Maiming. Striking. You say my daughter awaits us at Vesper Bay, yes? I've kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off on our next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me, it would be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. Request accepted, go back to Waking Sands. Enter the solar. Let's see what she got to say. Antecedent, you have a guest. Lamin. Ursula. I haven't seen her like this in years, Albert. I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead, but what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I could think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work, and continue it you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud of you, Asilia. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. There's nothing there. Salsiccia perfume, you remembered. How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If ever I lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. I did not think it was made anymore. You must have gone to so much trouble. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I'm afraid I cannot say the same for Albert, however. I could not have made it without him. Oh, they both got the odds for him now. Thank you, Albert. Thank you both. There's something else. This is the cat's eye I found all those years. You kept it. Poor cat. My father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Uldar. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamin who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. I'm no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp their implications. It's clear that there is much I do not know about you and your mother. One of our first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. The cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Lamin as a gift. She said it was beautiful, but there I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is something amiss? No, Asilia, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I needed you to realise how far you've come and how much further you must still go. You and your allies accomplished more than I could ever hope. You have succeeded. Well, yeah, okay. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become and at all the many things you've done, I cannot help but think that which you have yet to do and of what it may entail. Asilia, daughter, you cannot stay here any more. You and the Scions must leave Uldar. Lamin. You built it once, Asilia. You can build it again, and this town will do it together. Truly? A lot of grunting in this. Alfie, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish a new headquarters in Revenant's Toll as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Baldesian. Preparations begin at once. Oh, she's eyeing Albert up. Naughty little minx. Right, where was that one I was going to get, wasn't it? It was fending, maiming, striking, critical hit plus 10, vitality, critical hit 1, I think. Complete. Before I do the next bit, let's get that fitted. Armory chest. Choker on it. Let's have a look at me thing first. So it's choker. Could do a decent crystal. Something for my wrist, get me average up. Still haven't figured out where you can find out how many of those tombstones you've got. It doesn't tell you anyway, it tells you how much money I've got. But not tombstones. Sadly. Just having a quick look, I can't see it anywhere. So we got profile, order the Trinidad third class, classes and job. No. Oh, got 6 commendations. Not bad, I suppose. Is it? I don't know. Right, minge filler. Don't know what that one is. Laying the foundation. And she got some chokers as well. Or all level 50. Aiming. Accept. It is well and good that you find ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there is much to be done in so little time. First step, secure cooperation of the Adventurers Guild and representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original camp's Toll would have never been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing and resources in short supply, certain that the Guild will require something in return for their support. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. Without their assistance, blah de blah de blah. You need not concern yourself with such matters, says Alfie. Really, Alfie, if I need concern myself with anything, it surely matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps, I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. And here I am. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll. It's an honour, antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alfie, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. I know my associates hold the Scions in the highest regard. We should be honoured to welcome your organisation. There are, of course, certain provisions. It does. So, unless I am much mistaken, you are the Albert. A pleasure to meet your acquaintance. Slathborn spoke of you to steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean Castro. You shall always be welcome at Revenant's Toll. Well, while it seems our reputation precedes you, mayhap I shall dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste as first intended. Before that, I dare say you have earned yourself a rest. After all, you have travelled so far. There already so much you have done for us and for me. We will speak again anon. Till then, take care. Right, looks like we're off to Revenant's Toll, which is where I need to go. So. Albert, were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with me to the Solar. Alfino has just returned. It seemed there is something he would share with us. Okay. The glint in his eye. You're here, good. I come bearing news. The negotiations are concluded, and our friends, the Adventurers Guild, have agreed to furnish us with new facilities in exchange for our assistance in their development and defence. Sign of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. Hooray! A bittersweet victory. Can't deny that I come to look forward to Tattoo's tales of our many guests and many demands. From the waking sands to the rising stones. Passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? I too have news to share. In expectations of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans. They have each pledged their full support, Raubarn included. Moreover, I have decided the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that is wise? If anything, it is mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret in Eorzea. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the Scions stand for. Hooray! Well, obviously, risk apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition, and the people have a right to know who saved them. It is my hope this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. Yeah, blah-de-blah-de-blah. And what of us? We who have felled primals and faced down the Empire. To you, my fellow Scions, I would say this: prepare the challenges which lay ahead, for they will be great indeed. Oh, she wants him. Great, I say, yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them as we have time and again united as one. Hooray! Right, when are we going to get to Revenant's Toll? Excuse me, COVID. There must be some way I can. Wait, there is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask Flem to teach me the basics of mining too. Oh, you're little enough. Laying the foundation. Right, I'll get this quest and then we'll see what happens. Do you ever wonder how he does it, Alfie? I mean, it was almost predictable that he would appear with an emissary mere moments after I expect the need to forge ties. Truly a sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I'd like to deliver these documents to Slaffborn. They concern our forthcoming move. Take care on the road and represent as well. Right, deliver the documents to Slaffborn in Revenant's Toll, finally. Mordar. Yes. Eventually. I'm going to see, find out how many of them tombstones I've got. Oh, there he is, Slaffborn. I was told to expect to sign, but didn't expect it to be you. It's been far too long, Albert. You have something for me, yes? Let's see now, yes, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while. Doesn't more like you, yeah. Right, thing of aiming. Complete. Right, let's just have a look at where's these shops then. They were up here, weren't they? Was it this one? Nope. Not that one. Script exchange, no. Independent merchant. No, that's worse than what I've got. Ooh, a ranger's hat. That adds a bit. Ranger's tunic. Wow, some decent gloves. Woolen trousers. Boots. Get some good gear. But that's not where you spend your tombstones, is it? So where do you spend it? Was it in here? Rowena's House of Splendor. Rings a bell. What's this pub? You can't get to that, so it's not them then. So where do you spend your things? Antique helm. Board shirt. Same as what I've got. So it's not them. So where do these tombstones get spent? I don't know. Totally at a loss. Token exchange. Script exchange. Collectible appraiser. Okay, it's not there. Well, I ain't got a clue. So, anyway, I'll knock it on the head there. I'll find out where you can swap all those about in a bit. Got lots of quests in this area. So, yeah, what's this one? It's Christmas Eve, so yeah, will I get one out Christmas Day? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Will I be knocking one out Christmas Day? They say I shouldn't talk about times like Christmas and Easter because then it puts a date on the thing, but I say, oh, fuck 'em. Sod it. Who cares? I do it for fun. That's the main thing. So anyway, look after yourselves. Enjoy yourself today, Christmas Eve. Go out partying or whatever you do. Will I see you tomorrow? Who knows? Have a good one. And until next time, I'll see you.